want to hear this? This is Bhad Bhabie comparing being white, growing up in the hood around black people, to being like Tarzan, because Tarzan, grew up in the jungle. That's allegedly what I haven't actually listened to it yet, but that's what is being said that she said.
By Vlad.
Are you gonna play it for us?
And then another thing I like to say is, y'all say that I try to be black because I grew, or maybe a reason of me trying to be black because I grew up in the hood. Tarzan, right? The story of Tarzan.
I thought she was going to keep going.
I thought she was going to keep going too.
Yeah, I don't think we really got into the heart of what she actually said there.
What about the story of Tarzan?
Well, I mean, Tarzan, which admittedly I've never seen, but it's basically...
It's kind of making me want to revisit Tarzan.
Well, they made like a new version of it like a couple years ago, right?
Admittedly, I've never seen it. Yeah,
I mean, I probably saw it when I was a little kid, maybe.
Yeah, for sure,
right?
for sure.
Like,
I had the VHS.
Tarzan's like the kind of thing that they're going to make a new version of for like every generation
year,
of kids, don't you think?
You know what's fucked up? When I realized that they were going to do that with Spider-Man, I got really sad because I was like, damn, this Spider-Man was the best one to me when I was a kid. And I was like,
with Tobey Maguire?
Yes, that was the best one to me at the time.
I never watched
At the time, I'm like, this is the best one. And then it's like, they did like 5 other ones after it. I'm like, no, wait, why? Wait.
They did the Lion King remake. I never watched that.
Like, bro, let it go.
This is what she actually said.
Why can't you just show the kids the older one?
This is the actual quote that people are heating up about. At the end of the day, we're all people. We all bleed red. And then another thing I like to say is, y'all say that I'm trying to be black. Red. Maybe a reason for me trying to be black is because I grew up in the hood. Tarzan, the story of Tarzan, he grew up around the bears in the jungle. He didn't know no better. The bears. Are there bears in the jungle?
Yeah,
I don't know, but it just doesn't. Was Tarzan kicking with the bears?
Yeah, the bear was talking to nigga. It was like,
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I'm telling you that the bear was talking to bro.
He did have a bear friend.
He had a bear friend, and there was also like a little.
But she's comparing. Never mind.
Are there a lot of gorillas in Tarzan? I don't actually know.
I think there's more gorillas.
That's the comparison that's going to piss people off about this.
It's just mad animals in general. So she's saying that growing up in the hood is like growing up with a bunch of.
So she did.
Saying you're the only human being.
Yeah, exactly.
Surrounded by a bunch of animals is exactly the thing that people are offended by here.
She did admit that she's trying to be black there, right?
Yeah, she basically just admitted
She just said it in those words, I believe.
It's so crazy to think about the fact that it made sense in her head, and that she's so incapable of thinking about how people might perceive the things that she says, that she didn't have like the state of mind to think, because there's no way she just thought of that analogy on the spot. She definitely like thought of this before or had someone say this to her before. And
you're like Tarzan.
It's just weird to think that she could not have that filter, that as soon as that pops into your head, you might think, oh, people are going to think that's racist. Maybe I shouldn't say that on Instagram Live.
After our conversation last week, I kept seeing the pictures of her.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, not the one that we showed, but like the one where she's like, is she naked or something? And like, I don't know, she looked bear-ish and like.
The pictures I saw of her where they were mad and saying that she was trying to look black, I mean, she looked crazy in those photos. Like, it looked nothing like what I've ever seen her look like in real life.
Yeah.
And then I was just looking at her on that Instagram Live right there. And again, just it has nothing in common with the way that she looked in those photos. She looks like Tiana Trump kind of in those photos.
Dude, look, I watched this other YouTuber named D'Angelo something, like on his on YouTube, and he was like showing other examples of like women like blackfishing. It was this girl that was straight up a blonde white girl with blue eyes that looked exactly like Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Like, bro, she looked exactly like Nicki Minaj. It was crazy.
A combination of
shout out D'Angelo. His
surgery, the fact that girls do magic with makeup, and then the fact that girls do magic with the filters after.
Lip injections.
You combine all of those, and you can basically end up looking like whatever the fuck you want.
Filter though. These bitches be getting like
their
skin pigmented. Like they
get your skin
in real life.
Yes, bro. They're like,
how the fuck do you get melanin injected?
Dude, I don't fucking know, but I'm seeing.
I thought it was like crazy fake tans.
Nah, I mean that too. Like it's like, you know.
But okay, this is the thing: is that
if you went and got burnt worked on a spray tan thing, you wouldn't look like how these girls are looking. Like these girls are actually looking like mixed light skinned bitches.
But have you seen them without filters and without makeup and shit? Okay,
yes, that's what I'm saying. I can show you the.
But see, that's kind of the thing. Is like,
video.
why is it so different to make your skin darker? Because we permit everybody to do all these insane things to their bodies now that 20 years ago everybody would have thought were crazy.
But that's also like it's like this white dude who got like his eyes pulled back to look more Korean and like I mean not to look like more Japanese and shit. Like he was like trying to like become like an anime.
That shit's weird.
Like that's just straight up like you were fucking being a weirdo.
Are you offended by a fucking white guy who gets surgery to make his eyes look like yours?
I don't know if that there's surgery for that. I know that they you know how you guys have the folds right here like this?
Yeah.
He got mad shit done.
He just filters it to like make it smooth.
He had mad shit done on his face to make to appear more Asian. That at the end of the day, it don't matter what.
Do I feel offended by that? Yeah, I guess. It's kind of offensive.
Like a white male.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like that's weird.
Is
that not weird?
I think of it as just goofy as fuck, but I also don't really think that he's doing anything wrong. Like I definitely, if I met this guy, I would probably.
This dude was on Dr. Phil too, apparently, and like Dr. Phil was just like he was trying to look like one of the BTS dudes. What?
My God.
Jimin, something like that.
I love
he
that
was
you
trying to
know
look
this.
like he was because I watched this dude's YouTube video the other day. So look, so he was trying to like look like that dude. And Dr. Phil was basically explaining to him how like just the whole concept of you trying to be like a manufactured like branded person. Like this is not this person in real life. Like you are trying to obtain something that's like not even really him. It's like a altered image basically. Like,
right.
You know, it's like you're trying to be this person.
But don't we accept that from people in our society that people like we embrace people being whatever the fuck they want to be in terms of people having crazy ass surgeries, deciding that we allow people to decide things as serious as their own gender.
Bro, I think being whatever you want to be and doing what like doing stuff that makes you feel happy, whatever, go ahead by all means. But me trying to be Adam 22 and fucking getting the same tattoos as you and getting like facial surgery to look like you and like dye my eyes blue and fucking bleach my skin until I'm white.
I love this idea.
And, you feel me?
You would look just like me if you did all those things. But is it wrong? Is it just fucking lame or is it wrong?
I think it's both.
You know,
a big part of people being mad about blackfishing is because you're not, you don't feel all the struggles of growing up as a black person.
You could take that tan away and like take your lip injections out and just take your weave out or whatever.
Go back to being your white normal life.
But then that's what's so funny is like Young Boy's girl. When I saw the mugshot of Yaya, and I was just like, look at her. Like she had her fucking her thing pulled out, like her fucking lips looked all fucking crumpled up. I don't know if she's gotten injections or not. But it's just like if you compare the way she looks at her mugshot to the way she looks on her Instagram, it's just like insane. And it just takes one moment of like real shit for people to be able to see past whatever fucking image you're putting out there. One moment where you fucking stab somebody repeatedly, apparently. I just wouldn't want to live in a state where I had to like keep up some crazy ass image like that, dude. That's just
what do you mean in a state you wouldn't want to have to be the person to?
Do you imagine being one of these girls that has to constantly pretend that she's way hotter than she actually is on her Instagram? There's a lot of girls out there who what they look like in real life has absolutely nothing to do with what they look like on their Instagram, and they can't put out a version of themselves unless they have a filter on, unless they got fucking.
I think you can't relate because you're not a woman. You don't. One thing that really stuck with me that we talked about before was like you comparing Yuri to what's the guy's name, Mike, and you're like, I've never had to look at two guys and be like, who's hotter, but with girls, I'm doing that all the time. It's like
really,
you can't relate because you're not a woman.
Wanting to put out like a fake image, but that's what I'm saying is guys do it too.
They clearly have,
It's not an exclusively girl thing. I think it's like more of a girl thing to sort of constantly be sort of making yourself look like better than you really look in real life. But there's a lot of dudes who do this shit too.
Insecurities embedded in that. Sorry that you're perfect.
I don't think I'm perfect. I think I'm doing a more accurate job of looking like what I actually look like physically on my social media. I could imagine
it could be a disease, like body dysmorphia is a disease too, It's
but are we just going to give all women that all women these days get to have that?
See, you keep bringing up the woman thing, asshole.
And some dudes. I've seen dudes who you see them in real life and it's like, holy shit, you have bad skin. And you realize that some dudes fucking
That's fact.
That's weird. That's fucking weird.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any guy I know that's face tuning their skin.
It's
It's
YouTuber
probably a
dudes,
lot of
though.
dudes, yeah.
It's not like rapper dudes.
like e-boy type people.
You know, e-boys. They're the ones. They're the YouTubers are the ones who are like, they might like be able to put off like a version of themselves that seems like really cool on camera, but then you see them in real life and you're like, oh
just hella
shit,
fucking
you're a
nerdy.
fucking dweeb.
That's kind of all YouTubers.
Usually rappers,
Kinda a lot of
all
usually
YouTubers.
the rapper is the cool guy.
Yeah, they're like the epitome of cool.
Like the
Some
cool
niggas
guy
be
in
weird too,
school is the guy who's going to be a dope rapper. Not always now, because you got like Lil Tecca was probably not the most popular kid in
Nah,
school.
you know what's crazy too? A lot of niggas that were the cool niggas when I was in school, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah,
now?
they're fucking losers now.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah,
Bro, I don't
100%.
I cannot name you like 5 people from my high school that like, yeah, like they might be like having like cool regular lives, but like I'm like is like
No.
a cool rapper. I don't know, like the popping person. Ruchi's the only other person from my area that like got popping,
But
Was he
and then he
cool?
moved to Inglewood.
in
though,
high
anyway.
school, I'm going to assume Rucci was like a gangbanger and not like the Mr. Popular
Yeah,
football player
facts,
guy.
yeah,
But like
facts.
that's a weird
That's what I'm trying to
standard.
think about, like the football player dudes,
the
like
football player dudes
Even,
that
like, the
I know
quarterback,
all
like-
have like kids and like
If you're a football player, you're cursed because there's like 300 dudes who get to do that. So it's like unless you really are the fucking best in the country or world, then you're
Yeah.
basically fucked.
I'm sorry, you have CT. Like I'm sorry.
And even if you make it to that level, yeah, realistically, you probably got a couple years in you. There's very few like professional athlete stories that
Yeah.
end with a really happy ending, you know?
Is Tom Brady like the longest lasting football player?
I have
Sorry,
no
I know
idea.
nothing
No.
about
I
football.
don't think so at
Oh,
all.
why am I asking you two?
I wouldn't
think
even be able
he's-
to pick Tom Brady out of a fucking lineup.
You kind
I
of
just
look like him
know-
right now, honestly.
I just know he like kisses his kids on the mouth.
What?
Are
Is
you
that
gonna, Are you
weird?
gonna do that? Like until they're like 15.
I mean,
Yo, relax.
it's weird because, you know, that's the kind of thing that when they're a baby,
thinking about it.
when they're a baby, you
Why
kiss
is-
them on the lips, right?
Obviously, yeah.
But then it's like all of a sudden
Not
they're
really.
4 or 5. Is it weird then?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't think
it's
so.
weird.
I
I
think
feel like
you're
my
still,
parents
I think
kissed me
you're
on the
still a
lips
little
until
baby.
I was like 10. Like
I can't
think,
imagine you kissing your parents
I
on
think
the
my
lips.
parents kissed me on the lips till the point where I had to basically just like make them stop because I felt weird about it because I was starting to go through puberty and it just started to feel kind of gay.
I mean, I feel like you kiss your kid on the
I
forehead.
felt gay
Kiss
kissing
your
my
kid on the
mom.
forehead, kiss him on the cheek. I'm not. You're making out with your parents until you're 10. That's kind
No,
of
the Tom Brady ones are like the videos are. It makes me feel weird because they're kissing, but they're like holding it for a while.
If
Nah,
I'm
that's
gonna-
hella weird.
That's-
Do you
it's
think it was
really
creepy
weird.
when Wayne kissed
what?
Birdman?
Come on, that's not even his actual kid.
Did you like that though? That's so funny that that's
Did you
real.
like that?
You like that? You ever
He's
jerk
so
off to that?
happy.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this clip from the No Jumper Show. If you want, tune in next Tuesday. We usually do them at about 6 p.m., but check our social media if you want to make sure. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to know your thoughts down below.